All right. Now we're doing 7Q anagram detection. This is by user 3793153, and 93% of the people like it. So an anagram is the result of rearranging the letters of a word to produce a new word. These anagrams are going to be case sensitive, and we're going to complete the function to return true if the two arguments are two arguments given are anagrams of each other, and return false if otherwise. So the examples like this: Foefet is an anagram of toffee. Buckethead is an anagram of Death Cube K. Gotcha. All right, so first things first, let's change this to concise syntax. Say const is anagram equals, let's get rid of this function, get rid of these brackets and, curly braces, and put an arrow right here. Down here, let's say console.log so we can test while we go, and let's start. So basically with this, we're going to need to make sure that test equals original somehow. And basically we're going to have to sort these two. And basically what we do to the test, we're going to have to do to original. So what I'm going to do right now is just comment out original for now, so we can just focus on test. So what we're going to need to do to test is we're going to need to sort it. And we're going to use this sort method to do it. And the sort method, if you don't know about it, sorts the elements of an array in place and returns the reference to the same array now sorted. But like it says right here, it needs to be an array. And right now, these are strings. So let's test that out and make sure. And as you see, it's a string right now. So to get this into array mode, we're going to use spread syntax. So first, we're going to wrap this up in brackets like this. So it's an array. But if we test it out right now, it just has the word as the only element. So to break this thing down, we're going to use this spread syntax, which allows an iterable such as an array or string to be expanded in places where 0 or more arguments or elements are expected. So basically, if we do this dot 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 in front of this test and test it out, now we've got an array with all these letters. So let's do the sort method on this array now. Sort like that, and now we can get these in an order. It doesn't matter what the order is. You can read up about it. It's got something to do with the UTF-16 codes, but we don't need to know about that now. So now we see this is in order, and so we could say original dot sort. No. Let's put the brackets around the original, put the dots in front of the original, and then after original put dot sort like thus. And let's see what happens when we take the comment out. All right? False. The word forfeit is an anagram of toffee. Undefined equals true. Okay, so we were looking for true, but this, for some reason, is false. What's up with that? Let's comment out this and see what's going on. All right, and how do we do that? Like that. Let's see what this means, what this looks like. Test it out again. It looks the same. What's that? Why is it not sorting right? Why is it saying false instead of true? False. Oh, because it's arrays. They're two arrays, that's why. Sorry about that. Anyway, so we got to join these arrays back together. That way it'll say true, all right? So let's come over here to the join method, which creates and returns a new string by concatenating all the elements in an array separated by commas or a specified separator string. We're going to be using a specified separator string, and that string is going to be an empty string so that it butts up against each other because it joins it by the spaces in between characters. So we're going to say after this dot join like this, and after this one dot join like that. Now let's see what it says. True. Okay, let's get rid of this console.log and see what we can do. Test it out. Oh, Buckethead, Death Cube K, what's the deal? Is there something about... I think we got to deal with some case sensitivity. So we're going to make both of these into lowercase using this to lowercase method, which returns the calling string value converted to lowercase. So we're just going to come in after this test right here, and after the original, we're going to say dot to lowercase like this, and we're going to do the same thing right here, dot to lowercase like this. Oops. And now let's see what happens. Test it out. What's the problem here? What's the problem here? Oh, too many of these right here. Test it out. Look at that, good. Now let's see for real. And it works, awesome, and submit it. Oh, I should have syntaxed it up. Well, whatever, no matter. All right, so on this one, basically do the same thing, except for they use the split method, which, I mean, I'm cool with the split method. It's just that I prefer to use the split method when you're splitting it by something other than the spaces in between characters, because we can just use, you know, spread syntax for that. That's just my opinion, whatever. And then here's this, same thing. Here's this, basically the same thing. Nobody's using spread syntax. Well, whatever. I like spread syntax. Let's go to mine. Just us three cool people. And all of us have S's in our names. Best practice, in my opinion. Very much like it. And we'll see you next time.